Hey everybody, the Super Vader for 100 here, Douglas Blair Roberts, Mr. the Fanboy, and the Brown Skin Human, coming back at you with another pro wrestling review series, and this time this is my Impact Wrestling pay-per-view in 2020 and 21 review. The very first one we're going to start off with is one of my all-time favorite shows and one of the last Impact Wrestling shows I reviewed, and that was Slammiversary 2020. This is also the first in a series of Slammiversary reviews. This is the first one. This is my review of the first one. I'm going to go in random order. This is my review of 2020. The link to my original review from when this event actually happened, July of last year, that will be in the description box below for those of you who want to see that video. But yeah, this is Slammiversary 2020. But this is the intro to all Impact Wrestling pay-per-views in 2020 and of course 21. So yeah, there's this part. There's this part right here, the musical intro. Then the next part will be the results portion, followed by the match reviews. So with that being said, let's get started right now. Hey everybody, it's time for the results portion of my review of Impact Wrestling Slammiversary 2021, which just minutes ago went off. And I must say, an awesome pay-per-view from another awesome pay-per-view from Impact Wrestling. Now, card-wise, this card was nowhere near as good as last year's Slammiversary. The returns, the returns, and lineup of matches from last year were way better. But this was still a pretty good show, a pretty awesome show with a lot of good, a lot of bad, and a lot of just weird stuff, which I'm going to get to later in this results portion.
But anyway, in the pre-show, Havoc and Rosemary Decay defeated Tasha Steele and Kiera Hogan, Fire and Flame, to win the Impact Championships in the pre-show. Then you had on the main card, the first match of the night was what was the first match of the night? Hold on. Oh yeah, the first match of the night was the X Division match. The Ultimate X with Josh Alexander defeating P. Williams, Trey Miguel, and Ace Austin and Chris Bay and Rohit Raju in a pretty awesome but forgettable Ultimate X match, but a great Ultimate X Division match to start the show. The crowd was really into it. Then you had Matt Cardona teaming with the returning Chelsea Green. She was the first mystery return of the night, defeating Brian Myers with Sam Beal and Tamio Dashwood with Caleb with the K by pinfall in another awesome but forgettable intergender tag team match. There were a couple of cool spots in this match, but nothing really special here. W.M. Morrissey defeated Eddie Edwards by pinfall in a pretty good but throwaway match. Throwaway match. Only problem I had, one of the only many problems I had with this match was Kojima didn't have any presence in this match. What, he doesn't care about Eddie Edwards? Oh yeah, number 5 was really awesome. Was a squash match. You had Shira and Madman Fulton angry about being ejected from the Ultimate X match earlier night in the ring, hijacking the show, and Scott D'Amore came out to announce that normally he would have security drag them away, but since you want to hijack the show, we got 2 people here ready to fight you. And when the music hit, it was the returning. I was hoping it would be Heath Slater and someone else. Heath Slater and another wrestler like Buddy Murphy, who they're desperately trying to sign. But no, it was Finn Juice, Dave Finlay, and Juice Robinson. Happy to see them back. And now I'm going to talk about Finn Juice later. But they defeated Shira and Madman Fulton in a quick squash match. It was only in 1 minute and 15 seconds according to Wikipedia, but it was over right before it started. Then one of the matches I want to see, Chris Sabin upsetted, much to my surprise, defeated Moose by pinfall. Moose, because he's younger, bigger, and stronger, I felt he was going to win this match. This was just giving Chris Sabin and Moose something to do until Moose gets another shot at the Impact Wrestling Championship. I'm going to get to this more later too, but I'm surprised Chris Sabin won, and I'm going to talk about the possibilities of Chris Sabin winning later when I get to the main event. Then you got the Good Brothers, Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, defeating Violent by Design, Joe Doring and Rhino with Eric Young and Diener, Swan and Willie Mack, and Follow Bot and a missed. And this was the second big return this night. This was the second big return and debut this night, or should I say debut, because this guy's never wrestled for Impact Wrestling. This right here, this match was pretty good, but I immediately hated and didn't care for this match as soon as this guy was announced. For some odd reason, T.J. Perkins, it was announced that he would not be wrestling at this pay-per-view. They still haven't given us a reason why, but I was interested to see who they were going to get a replacement. I was hoping it would be Heath Slater, finally returning from injury, injury. But no, it was WWE's No Way Jose. No Way Jose is a great actor and a great character, but I did not want to see him here tonight on this show, and this immediately killed my interest. This will not be reviewed in the results in the on and off camera match portions of this video, all because of this right here. But it was a pretty good match. I pulled out my video game consoles and started playing video games when this match came on. But it was a pretty good match from what I was seeing. And I'm glad the Good Brothers are tag team champions again. Now that they're tag team champions again, I want to see Finn Juice and Good Brothers feud again. I guess Violent by Design will continue their feud with Swan and Mac before they get another shot at whoever the tag team champions are. Then next you got Dina Purrazzo defeating the debuting Thunder Rosa. This was your third return and debut. And after it was over, after she defeated her by pinfall, Mickie James returned to Impact Wrestling. Mickie James returned. I didn't want it to be Mickie James. I wanted the mystery person to be Taylor Wilde, but I'm okay with Thunder Rosa. I wanted it to be Taylor Wilde. Taylor Wilde is who I want to beat Dina Purrazzo for the Impact Championship. I'm mad that Taylor Wilde, they went away from the Taylor Wilde, Dina Purrazzo, and Tenille Dashwood, Caleb LeCay program for another stupid program involving Tenille Dashwood, Caleb LeCay, and Rachel Ellering and Jordan Grace to Taylor Wilde just going missing. I hate how they went I hate how they went away from that storyline. That's what I want to don't dethrone Dina Purrazzo for the Impact Knockouts Championship. Anyway, afterwards, Mickie James came out to initially put her over, but Dina Purrazzo accused Mickie James of disrespecting her and interrupting the champion's time and made reference to her being fired in the trash bag incident, and Mickie James slapped Dina Purrazzo. Dina Purrazzo shoved her and Mickie James laid her out with a martial arts kick. Mickie James is a great wrestler, but I do not like her as a character. I think she's just a lame character. Hopefully Dina Purrazzo kicks her butt quickly. So yeah, that was your fourth return and debut. Now, the main event, Kenny Omega with Don Callis defeated Sami Callihan by pinfall in a no disqualification match for the Impact Championship. Boy, was this a hard fought match. It could have went any way. Man. Not since I was a kid has an Impact pay-per-view had me on the edge of my seat. An Impact match at the edge of my seat since the Kenny Omega matches. This match here, the Moose one against all odds, at the Rebellion match with Swan, the title match, man, I was okay with either guy winning. Kenny Omega, I kind of wanted Kenny Omega to win because I want this Impact AEW relationship to pretty much last for a lifetime. I want this to last for lifetime, and I want them to do more with it. I'm going to talk about that in an individual video. Then I wanted Sami Callihan to win because I really want someone, Callihan, Moose especially, to take the Impact title off of him. Man. It was an awesome match, and the finish was awesome. After several moves, including interference from Don Callis, Kenny Omega threw the tacks in Sami Callihan's eye, I think. Then gave him another V trigger, followed by the one-winged angel onto some tacks for the 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, everyone celebrated. The Good Brothers came out to celebrate. But guess what? It wasn't over yet. In the most weirdest segment ever, the Impact Bullet Club music started playing. The Impact version of the Bullet Club theme started playing. And then the real New Japan theme started playing. And it was the Switchblade, Jay White, coming out. And the Don Callis and the Good Brothers did their salute. Okay, who is he for? Who are you for? And Jay White looked like he was about to throw it up, but chose not to. Then, before this could happen, someone came running out, and the show just ended abruptly. This was that weird moment I was talking about. The show just ended abruptly. I kept trying to restart the stream, but no, and it hasn't been nothing on what that was about. But I'm already interested and wanted to see what that was about. Then Chris Sabin. I mentioned Chris Sabin earlier. Could Chris Sabin challenge Omega for the Impact Championship now with him defeating Moose. The announcers hyped it after he defeated Moose. After he defeated Moose, so it just gets more and more interesting, man. More and more interesting. Impact, once again, they've outdone themselves. Can't top last year's, but when it comes to storylines and angles, man, you probably had this show does top last year's and the previous years when it comes to storylines and angles. But another awesome Slammiversary show, and this one had fans already. I'm missing the COVID-19 pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic empty arena shows. I hope they keep that around for the Impact shows for a while. But these pay-per-views, yeah, I guess fans are much better. So yeah, pretty good, awesome pay-per-view. The returns, yeah, I mean, these returns were kind of disappointing and underwhelming in comparison to last year. The Finn Juice return was the best one. But, yeah, kind of disappointing. Last year we got Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, Eric Young, Rick Swann returning from injury earlier than expected. And, of course, EC3, Heath Slater, and the Good Brothers. That's what we got last year. This year we got Chelsea Green, who is okay. We got the debuting Thunder Rosa, which was okay. You got No Way Jose, which was disappointing. You got the returning Finn Juice, which was the best. And now you got the debuting Switchblade. Now I hope they really get Buddy Murphy, who I was hoping would debut, because they kept saying we're desperately trying to sign him. So with that being said, let's get ready for the match portions. On camera, I'm going to be reviewing the X Division match, the Finn Juice squash match, the Sabin and Moose match, definitely, and the Sami Callihan, Kenny Omega match. Was definitely going to review the tag team match until No Way Jose ruined it for me. So with that being said, let's get started right now.
Uh-oh, Bay is caught out. Bay is caught out. Now that's the problem with this match is once you're up there, it's very hard to defend yourself. Yeah, you're very vulnerable up there, so you've got to try to eliminate everyone and get them out of position to allow yourself to climb across that X.
And last but not least, Trey Miguel. This was an awesome Ultimate X match. Start the show, there were a bunch of spots. Match really started off with Chris Bay trying to already go for the belt, but they pulled him off the X by his legs, pulled him down by his legs, and Pete Williams and two other wrestlers each took turns punching Chris Bay for his betrayal on the previous edition of Impact, where he hit all of them with chairs.
Okay, vertically challenged. Okay, it's okay.
We hit all of them with chairs. So yeah,
and the crowd encouraging the jump, and it
then they did a bunch of spring moves on each other.
He jumped right to a boot.
Moves on each other.
From behind, standing
When they were all trying to go for the X, or hit Raji, went up, tried to cheat by getting some kind of rope with a hook on it, trying to hook the belt off the belt off the whistle without actually climbing the structure to get the belt.
Geometric genius. He's like Euclid and Boots.
I wonder who trained him.
There was a brief spot where Josh Alexander managed to get the belt, but Ace Austin tried to get him. So Josh Alexander, while holding on the belt, had an ankle lock, while Petey Williams had a sharpshooter, and they were all doing the submission simultaneously. Holy yes. Then Ace Austin towards the end. Oh yeah, Petey Williams did a Canadian Destroyer combo. First to Chris Bay, then Trey Miguel, then a running one to Trey Miguel, and
Rohit in pursuit.
Trey Miguel, then
And Raheem Nace up there, oh, this is a bad spot. It's dead man's land up there.
When Josh Alexander had the X-Division championship, when Chris Bay and Josh Alexander were fighting the X-Division championship, Ace Austin tried this AJ Styles final resolution 2005 move where he grabbed it, where he jumped and nearly jumped and grabbed the belt, jumped and clotheslined the belt out of their hands. That's winning. They grabbed it. That's winning the championship. Ace Austin tried that, but Chris Bay and Josh Alexander prevented that from happening by lifting the belt, causing Ace Austin to miss the clothesline to the belt. Then Ace Austin
Look at it right here. Watch what Ace does with his body. Look at this.
Turned
it into an offensive maneuver.
Moves on, going up. Retaining
As we get back in the ring.
I wanted either Petey will hit Roger Ace or Josh Alexander to win, so I pretty much got what I wanted.
Well, he can't get the rope up there. His plan is,
one last time.
He got it.
One last
Let's see what he does with it now.
Before he retires from wrestling,
you want to get how smart you are. He's climbing up right here on the show. Going back to gym class. Is he going to become the X-Division champion?
The crowd was excited for it. They were probably the loudest for this, and quote-unquote main event and the Save It and Loose match. So, yeah, this was the
that's how you build a solid foundation.
Ultimate X match. Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green, Brian Myers match is next, followed by the Finn Juice squash match.
And now Petey, he looks between these two. Look, when Cardona first arrived here at Impact, he came in and didn't have an agenda. Myers was the one that I believe felt somehow slighted that Cardona was here. Well, that's why that's what we call bad news, because everything puts in a bad mood. Someone's getting a bad situation, having a bad mood. Someone's got a better look, having a bad mood. Wait a minute. Cardona's going for a dive, a baseball slide. No, Neil pulls him out of the way.
Brian Myers with Sam Neal, and to me,
and a kick right to the hamstring there.
With Caleb with the King. This was a pretty good mixed tag team.
That goes on the
mixed tag team match. The return of Chelsea Green, which this was one of your first major returns and debuts, was okay. Was okay. It wasn't bad, but it really wasn't that good. You know what it was. It was still awesome.
And you want to count out after a move like this? Look at this. Look at this flatliner right on the floor. Did you see how Myers drove Cardona's head right in?
Taking him out with his signature flip dive over the ropes. Then he
Myers and Cardona very big into action.
He took out both Myers and but this gave Myers the advantage.
Go to shopping.com right now to get your series of trading cards.
Matt Cardona,
You believe I saw a A card. That's nice. Good Slammiversary history. Also want to shout out Don West and his GoFundMe. Go to Don West.
Even doing a triple team selfie move while taking a selfie. The match ended when Tennille tried to low blow Matt Cardona, but Matt Cardona was wearing a cup. Then he gives Brian Myers a mandible claw with that cup. And this allows Laura Vaness to attack Tennille from behind and hit her with the prettier for the 1, 2, 3. Thus, Matt Cardona's team wins. So yeah, pretty good mixed tag team match. He's happy that Cardona and Myers made it onto this pay-per-view. Hopefully, whenever they stop feuding, they move on to bigger things, championship goal. Usually don't review many squash matches, but I was so happy to see Juice Robinson and David Finley Jr., Finn Juice back, that I'll do a short off-camera review without any sound in the background. When I was like, when I saw Madman Fulton and Mahali Shira in the ring, hijacking the show. It's like, what in the world? I was like, wait, did the stream? I thought the stream go back to the X Division match from earlier. X Division match from earlier. Oh, they were mad because they were booted out of that match. And then Scott D'Amore came and I'm like, okay, who is the big wrestler? Hoped it was gonna be my boy Heath Slater returning from injury. I was waiting for his big return throughout this night, but it didn't happen. But we got something just as good. The return of Finn Juice. And later, since the Good Brothers won the Tag Team Championship, we get the epic rematch feud for those Impact Wrestling Tag Team championships, and hopefully Finn Juice get their retaliation on Violent by Design for ambushing them and basically stealing their tag team championships. So yeah, the match immediately started off with Juice Robinson unloading rights on Mahabali Shera. Then Irish whipped him. He tried the Booker T signature jumping sidekick, sidekick, but Mahabali Shera ducked it and took Juice Robinson down with a vicious clothesline. Then tagged in Madman Fulton. There was dissension amongst the two. Which Finn Juice took advantage of. Madman Fulton controlled Finn Juice Robinson for a bit until David Finlay got the tag. David Finlay came in, started unloading on both Mahabali Shera and Madman Fulton. And Juice Robinson took Madman Fulton out of the ring, and David Finlay, with Juice Robinson's assistance, hit a team up Dudley Dog stunner type maneuver for the 1, 2, 3, and in just under a minute and 15 seconds. That quick. So yeah, sucks to see Mahabali Shera and Fulton lose job like that and that fast. But I'm really happy to see Finn Juice back in Impact Wrestling. So yeah, what's next? So yeah, Sabin and Moose is next, then the main event.
Into the speed and the experience, but he cannot let Moose use his strength.
Alright,
Of course, let's not take anything away from
now it's
his
time for
experience,
one of
his
my
tenure here in
It's time
Impact,
for
back
my
to
review of one of my
Slammiversary.
all-time favorite matches from tonight, Slammiversary 2021.
He went Moose
and
went for the
that was
hanging
the
drop
David
kick
and
there and
Goliath
just missed it.
match
Chris Sabin moved out of the way.
between
That's
Chris
the
Sabin
speed that we are
and
talking
Moose.
about.
Man, I
And here,
enjoyed this
Dragon
match.
Screw leg
Best
whip,
big man,
and
little
right
man,
now you can see
David and
Chris
Goliath
Sabin is
matches
taking
of all
away
time,
the
and the
wheel
ending of this match
one
surprised me
Moose.
more than anything.
Screw leg whip.
The match
Smart
started
strategy.
off with
Listen,
both
fans are divided.
with Moose immediately attacking Sabin with Sabin immediately
And
attacking
look right
Moose
there,
with
the
his
strength in
signature
Moose, just with
signature
one
drop
leg
kick in the
propelled Chris
corner.
Sabin over the top rope and
Moose
to the
later
floor.
big booted Sabin,
Talked about
big bicycle kick Sabin, then try his own
How does
signature drop
that
kick in the
experience
corner, but
transfer over to
Sabin
wrestling?
dodged.
Well, he's played on the biggest
Sabin,
stage in front of the brightest lights, so
Sabin
none
dodged
of this,
and got the
none of
advantage,
this
but Moose
impacts
quickly
him. None of
got
this
the advantage.
messes with his psyche. He knows what it's like to be in high
match.
pressure
Sabin
situations.
reversed one
Hell,
of
he's
Moose's
been out there
power
with Tom
bombs
Brady.
into a
What more could you
Hurricanrana.
ask?
Then
Yeah,
Moose
but his teammates
reversed
all
one of
around.
Sabin's
Here, it's just Moose.
Well,
reversed
think
one of
about it. He's
Sabin's
a
moves
lineman.
that
It's
been
all
through him.
one-on-one battles in
Shoulder
line.
first
He
into a
knows what it's
turnbuckle,
like to go
into a
one-on-one.
turnbuckle.
Chris
Then
Sabin knows what it's
also,
like to be Impact
also
World
in a
Champion.
powerbomb
Moose would
position,
love
knocked
to
him
know what that
against the
feels
rail.
like.
Knocked him against the
Moose,
rail.
Sabin there once again with the quickness and leverage.
Knocked him
At
against
this
the rail
stage of his career,
and
Moose would love
just punished and just controlled
Straight right hand to the jaw, Sabin.
No, way too many moves. Way too many moves.
And Moose was going for that drop kick again.
kind of tired and really want to
Rana,
get this
Saban's
was
athleticism,
an awesome match.
his
I
unique
apologize if I'm not
ability is
elaborating
going to
too
be
much
the
on what
difference in
happened
this match.
Kind of hard to
Yes,
recall
and
every
his
move.
tenacity. Let's not forget it. Another dragon screw.
Bruce put
Once
Saban
again,
over strong.
weakening the wheels
Saban over
of the
strong.
bigger,
This is a
stronger
real
moves.
fight. It's probably
You know, I
over
mentioned
much
how
faster.
Chris
Saban
Figure
is
four,
tough,
figure four.
but
Lock
this in.
Bruce
This is
Smart. This is great. Dead center of the ring.
Submission. Referees in perfect position.
200.
Now look, quickly, there's only a couple ways out of this. Muthi is either got to get to the ropes and force the break, or he's got to try to shift and roll to his own belly, reversing the pressure of figure four.
Football player with
Depending on where
boxer and
Saban's
basketball
shin
players,
is, that is going to
athleticism.
dictate how long Moose can stay in this hole.
Yeah, I mean, this is a difficult hole to be in, and it put pressure, there's 4 points of pressure. There's a way out of it. Moose just grabbed him by the
But I'm
throat.
surprised, and then
Wow.
Moose, he had Saban on his shoulders for another powerbomb, but
Now,
Saban
Moose,
reversed
he is a
into
little hobbled.
into a victory roll for the
Little slow
1,
off the
2,
front foot
3.
there.
Much
Can
to
I
my
mention how
surprise,
nice
into the joy of it of the
Saban
fans,
is? But folks,
upsetting
beware
Moose,
the
man.
quiet man.
Upsetting Moose, and the announcers hyped at the end that Saban, this could put him closer to
He
Kenny
launched him like a
Omega's
lawn dart.
title match. So I'm really interested to see what the fallout is.
Already
But
so
I'm
many
surprised
great
Saban
moments
won
from this
because
match.
Saban is like 39 years old.
My
39
goodness,
years old.
Moose
and
just brought
is
this match
much
to a
younger.
complete
Is
standstill.
Moose is much younger.
You know,
Those moments, here they are, D-Lo.
Talk about great moments right here. Look at
Younger
look
and
at
she's
Chris
bigger
Saban
and
jumping
stronger.
up the
So I'm
top rope for a
surprised
second
Saban
rope,
won. But
jumping
this
Rana,
is one of my
and
favorite
then
things.
right here,
Favorite matches
Moose
and favorite
just
things
puts a
about this
dead stop to
pay-per-view.
everything.
Like I said in my
Lawn
results
darting
portion,
Saban into
21
that second turn.
card-wise,
that could be a
wrestling
movement.
card-wise, and
Yeah,
return-wise.
good. Oh, look at that.
It's inferior to last year's Slammiversary, but when it comes to storylines and scenarios, it's vastly superior to last year's. So, yeah, this was the
He's a
Saban Moose
wounded
match.
Moose, a dangerous
Main
Moose.
event, Kenny Omega and Callahan is
Anytime
next.
Moose is hurt or in pain, he's dangerous because, you know, the most fearsome animal on the planet is one that's in pain. He'll strike out at anything. Oh,
Boy.
there we go.
Time for my review of the epic
Oh,
main
look at
event.
that.
No
Callahan's never been in the
disqualification
ring
match between
with an
the
athlete
defending
the
Impact
likes
champ
of the great Kenny
champion,
Omega.
the belt
Kenny
collector,
loves
Kenny lost.
Kenny
Moves over
Omega,
the trash can.
taking on the
To the
challenger,
ankle.
the
Caught
Death
the ankle.
Machine,
Ooh,
the
that is
unpredictable,
crippling.
self-proclaimed face
Great
and franchise
strategy.
of
Oh,
Impact,
he
and
snapped
draw
it just
of
like Conor
Impact,
McGregor did.
Sami Callahan. Man, was
Are
this
you,
an
is it?
awesome
He
fight.
just used a pizza
Fight.
cutter a few
Before
minutes
the
ago.
match
There's no
even
horrible
started,
here.
before Kenny Omega
Get
could
off
finish
your
his
high
epic
horse, striker.
introduction,
Come
Callahan
on.
immediately
Oh,
attacked him
down.
and
Wow.
already
Wow.
laid him
Great
out
show
with
strength there.
his signature implant power driver.
Callahan's too
But
stupid to quit.
Kenny
We know
Omega
that.
barely
You're gonna have to
barely
end it.
kicked out,
End it. You know
barely
what I mean? I know what you mean, but that's a
barely
big
kicked out,
extreme here in
barely
wrestling,
kicked
don't
out.
you think?
Don
You know,
Callis,
Don, your
who was
hands are
in
sweaty,
Kenny Omega's
you're rocking
corner,
back and forth.
joined Josh
of
Matt
course I'm
Striker,
nervous.
D'Lo
Callahan's a
Brown
mental
on
patient.
commentary
And
until
now,
the very
look at
end when he
this.
got involved in the match.
Omega wedging that
And
chair
the
into
commentary,
the corner.
the commentary was awesome too. Then Kenny Omega and Sami Callahan before I continue with the moves and stuff. Kenny Omega,
Many thought the no DQ stipulation favored Callahan, but I'm not so certain.
Snap elbow by Omega.
Set up for the move that no one has kicked out of.
Wrestlers, he has moved
Behind
in.
the slap roll
might
through.
see
Shoulders are
these
down.
big budget
Two.
blockbuster main events. These feel like prize
Kick out
fights.
straight into the chair.
Shocking
There was
Callahan
lots of
with an
spots.
actual
Like I said,
wrestling
I was
maneuver
okay
and
with either
backfired on him
main
there.
event. I really wanted Callahan to win to take the belt off of Kenny Omega. But I didn't mind Kenny Omega winning because I want this Impact AEW relationship to last a long time. Actually, for life, actually. For life, actually. So, yeah. You got Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega now firmly in control, and Don Callis chooses this time to talk a little trash to Sami Callahan. Coming back over.
There were several
No, Don just wanted to get a little heads up, get closer to the
Yeah, no, it's
just get a little closer there. Just wanted to get a little closer there, you know, take a better look at Sami Callahan. I'm
reversing one of Kenny Omega's rolling injuries to a tombstone power driver.
What'd you say to him?
I said, hey, you like
For
it, kid? This is what you
a
wanted.
sharp 2 count.
don't you get
Nearly
your
had the
space
match
standing up?
won. He nearly had the match won. Brian Hitler got taken out and Kenny Omega had the match won. So by the time he recovered, Sami Callihan recovered for a long 2 count. Long 2 count. Later, Callahan later in the match, Callahan, when he had the match won, this is when Don Callis finally got involved.
Omega's got a 4.
Got involved, which Callahan would take care of Callis, but this allowed Omega to throw some thumbtacks into his eye or body, something like that. And hit another V-trigger and the one renation onto the 1, 2, 3. He wasn't kicking out of this one. Eddie Edwards also got involved in the match. Can't remember every move from this awesome fight, but it was an awesome fight, man. It was an awesome fight. So Kenny Omega retains the title, but suddenly the lights go out and the Bullet Club music plays, and it's the Switchblade, Jay White in Impact Wrestling, and one of the weirdest things ever.
This is disgusting.
The pay-per-view just suddenly ends. According to ImpactWrestlingNews.com, I checked the website before I recorded these match reviews right here. I mean, not ImpactWrestling.com, but one of Wrestle Inc., one of the websites I go to. According to the thing, Juice Robinson tried, he was the one who came out. He was the one who came out, and Jay White supposedly hit his finisher on. So I guess he's going to be Jay White and Kenny Omega for that belt sometime in the future. But yeah, and then remember I mentioned earlier, Saban is one step closer to the title, so it's going to be really interesting to get 30 weeks of Impact. And once again, what another awesome show from Slammiversary. When it comes to storylines and scenarios, it exceeds last year's and the previous Slammiversaries. When it comes to match quality, it's on par with the previous Slammiversaries. When it comes to match card, it's inferior to when it comes to stat card and epic returns, it's inferior to last year. Like I said, in the results portion, last year we got the return of the machine guns.
Inside the room.
Most machine guns. Saving down Shelly. We got the return of EC3, Eric Young, Rich Swann returning from injury.
You see the recoil
we got the debut of WWE wrestler Heath Slater. We got the debut of WWE and New Japan wrestlers Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
Devious mind. I beg to
Luke
differ
Gallows.
here, Don.
Luke Gallows. So, like I
Kenny's
said,
mind is just as, if not more devious.
We got Chelsea Green, which is okay. We got the debuting Thunder Rosa. We got the return of Finjuice, the best. And we got the return of, what's her face? We got the return of,
I'm at a loss for words here looking at this.
James, one of the worst returns. And then the next best return, we got the debut of the Switchblade, Jay White. So, yeah, another awesome pay-per-view. You want to hear the rest of the match in the background and the music, turn the video off right now.
It's amazing how every wrestler says they want a match with Kenny Omega, but after watching this,
look at this double stomp here, and wow.